Good morning, everybody. It's your girl, Miracle Sims. You're listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday. It is June 22nd, 2020. And before we get started with the juice this morning, I guess I want to just give you all a few updates. Man, for whatever reason, it feels like it's been such a long time since I've been talking to y'all, even though I just talked to you on Saturday. But anywho, just to give you all a few updates about some of the goings on with me. Long story short, you all, I did get some news after I spoke with you all on Saturday. I got some news that one of my cousins passed. And so, I want to start things off, if you all don't mind, by just giving a little moment of silence to, in reference to that news. And, my mother's side of the family, which is the Adams family, just keeping us in prayer and everything like that. Yeah, I would like to just have a little moment of silence, if you guys don't mind, so. Thank you all for that time. I appreciate it. My cousin was named Pearlie Mae Adams. And yeah, I just wanted to do that just in her remembrance and everything like that. I'm sure we'll get more information in regards to her funeral and whatnot. I guess I'll get the information soon, or I'm sure sometime this week. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, so as you guys can see, there was like a lot of different emotions to feel over the weekend. I spoke with my sister briefly, and I just was kind of sharing with her that it's kind of hard for me to, fully process certain emotions. I think, I did not mean to talk to y'all about this, but okay. I'm kind of reminded that, like, growing up, it's so interesting because clearly I'm an emotional person, and obviously, as an actor, I channel a lot of different emotions and everything like that. But for whatever reason, I guess when it comes to death, it's like, it's not that I didn't know what was going on. I think I wouldn't necessarily always cry. I think I just processed it a little differently. There's only been like a few occasions that I would cry over someone's death. So, and I don't think that means, I don't know if there's anyone else that's like that out there. And it doesn't mean that I don't care. And that's what I hope that, people would understand that. I think I don't know. I think for me to just, one, it's like processing it all. And then two, like I said with the weekend, there was a lot of emotions to feel because, I had to go forth and I guess spread joy. So I guess I couldn't allow myself to go deeper in that regard and feel that sorrow of her loss, or of the loss of her. I guess I had to just hold on to the memories of, the times that I spent with her and then, encourage my, her daughters and everything like that in this time. So, but anywho, so some other things, as you guys know, or you might not know, but if you follow me on Instagram, you probably know that I did a little girl's birthday party on Saturday. So yeah, after getting that heavy news, I had to go and spread some joy and light to a little girl. I was able to play a role that Lord, really? Okay, fine. Well, if y'all know, I think I shared with you all in one of my in my testimony that I used to work at Disney and everything like that, and how I really didn't get opportunities there, X, Y, and Z. Well, funny thing is, I ended up playing the princess that they created, which is Princess Tiana, for the little girl for her birthday, and it seemed to go really well. I know afterwards, a lot of people have been, liking the pictures and commenting and everything like that, but and I was able to see some of the video footage. So that was cool. And then the little girl left me a, well, I wouldn't say me, but she did a video and, you know, thanked Tiana for coming and everything like that. It said that she loved her and stuff. So, I mean, you know, how sweet is that, right? So, shout out to that family. Thank you guys so much for allowing Miracle Plays to bring your party to life. So, that was an awesome thing that happened over the weekend. And then, of course, yesterday was Father's Day. We did it big around here. At least I tried to. You know, I said we popping bottles for Papa. That was the hashtag for my husband yesterday. But yeah, you know, we started off with the little brunch that I had delivered. Okay, I ain't even gonna play around with y'all and act like I cooked that brunch. I did not. Waffle House did. But I did cook dinner. So I went hard on dinner, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Dang, I didn't prepare to show you guys the menu. Okay, I made some ribs now, but they weren't regular ribs. They were like Asian, like a Japanese type of rib. So I don't even want to play around and say the name right now because one, I didn't write it down for y'all and I don't remember the full name. So, but it's all on my Instagram and everything like that. So if you're interested in those ribs, check it out. I think they came out quite tasty if I say so myself. I made some, the ribs, the white rice. I made some stir fry, veggies, some egg rolls, and what I call holy brownies, which husband told me they didn't come out right. It's an inside joke between me and him, us calling them holy brownies, but, and shout out to my girl MD. They have nothing to do with sister. I hate. I'm gonna leave that alone. Sharon knows what I'm talking about though. I hope you listen to this. But anyway, but yes, made some holy brownies that he corrected me and let me know that they weren't the holy brownies because I made them more cake-like than brownie like this go around. So shout out to that extra egg I put in the batter. I should have just left it. I knew not to put that extra egg in there, but I did anyway, and boom. Anyway, so yeah, that was my weekend, y'all. You know, I was pooped last night after all of that. But yeah, he seemed to enjoy it and so good. I'm glad. We thank God for him and, you know, being in our lives, me and Lou NJ. Well, all right, friends. Now, after all of that, I know you guys are like, I came here for the juice. So let's get to it, y'all. The juice today is going to be about fighting temptations. All right. So some general notes about temptations. The definition is the desire to do something, especially something wrong or unwise. The biblical definition is a trial in which man has a free choice of being faithful or unfaithful to God. Secondarily, allurement or seduction to sin. So, with those things being said, friends, you know, how many of us have experienced some form of temptation throughout our lives? Anybody? Bueller. I know I have. And I kind of feel like it's like one of the devil or Satan or the enemy or whatever you want to call him. It's like it's one of his oldest tricks in the book almost, you know. But you know, some things to note. Here goes some Bible for you guys, some Bible. Yes, some Bible. 1 Corinthians 10:13 says, "No temptation has overtaken you that is not common to man. God is faithful, and he will not let you be tempted beyond your ability. But with the temptation, he will also provide the way of escape that you may be able to endure it." So, we can just end it right there, y'all, on that. But I mean, I got a little bit more Bible for you guys. But, but yeah, you know, at the end of the day, well, let me go and read this. Let me read this verse right here. This is going to wrap up what I was just about to say. James 1:14 says, but each person is tempted when he is lured and enticed by his own desires. Woo. Again, I mean, it's kind of easy to entice us by the things that, we like, right? Or won't. So, yeah. I came across this article on crosswalk.com. So this could be a way for you all to go deeper with this whole idea or this whole situation when it comes to temptation. On crosswalk.com, it has a article called 6 Types of Temptation Christians Face from Joseph's Life and Steps to Battle Them. Now again, I'm not going to go in and read each and everything and each and every verse and everything like that, but I will go through the list, and I hope that you all, will on your own time peruse this website, because it has a lot of good information for you all. So here are the 6 types of temptations based on Joseph's life, okay? Natural temptation, influential temptation, promotion temptation, persistent temptation, the perfect setting, and isolation. All right. Those, some of those that you may not, I guess I'll just chit chat a little bit about each of those. But again, you guys get the full effect if you go ahead and go to the website. But, I think natural temptation is pretty straightforward. You guys probably understand what that means. Like I said, that's the type of temptation that, things that you desire and want. So that's like a natural temptation. Influential temptation most likely is like outside influences, are tempting you. Promotional temptations, that's that, you getting that job promotion, or you getting that higher, quote unquote, role in life or something like that. And that's a temptation for you. Persistent temptation, again, straightforward, consistently happening there. The perfect setting, it's like the right place, right time for a temptation. The lights was dim and we were alone. Oh, that is the perfect setting for a temptation, y'all. And then isolation, when you're by yourself and, you're being tempted, right? So I know you guys may be like, oh Lord, with all these temptations, what are we to do? Well, some Bible, I won't read these verses since I went in already. But these, if you're wondering what to do, here goes some Bible for you all to take a look at and go deeper with. Check out James 4:7. Okay. And then also take a look at Galatians 5:16. That should help with your process of resisting temptations or fighting temptations. Some other steps you all can take is don't battle alone. Flee. Watch your eyes. Be careful of little things and depend on God's strength daily. Those steps, again, there's more information about those steps if you go to crosswalk.com and check out that article that I just told you all about. All right. So let me just share a little bit of my temptations, since I know y'all probably like this girl always talking about what we need to do. But let me tell y'all what I'm going through. All right. Back in the day, single days, I guess y'all pretty much know what my temptation was back then. If you don't know, y'all need to look me up. I'm just kidding. But anywho, there was a lot of temptation to, sin, to have sex before marriage, to, fool around before marriage, to, I would say my career was a temptation, just wanting more opportunities, like just so focused on that rather than God probably was a temptation for me at one point and everything like that. I would say now in my life, I feel like my temptations are a bit different. I don't necessarily have all of those temptations that I just mentioned, there's some other temptation I ain't told y'all about yet, but I'll have to get into that another time. I can't get into that on no juice. I gotta get into that on, I don't know, there gotta be an episode all by itself. But anyway, But yeah, so I don't think I necessarily deal with those type of temptations. But I would tell y'all one that I'm kind of wrestling with, or not necessarily wrestling with, but it's like something that it's like one of those persistent temptations that we were talking about that just keeps coming in my mind every now and then. And I believe I resist it. I think it's just like one of those, it's like a thought that comes in my mind just every now and then. And then I just put it away, or I just like leave it alone, or I just try not to even dwell on it. But, I'm acknowledging that it's out there, and I'm just letting you all know that, you all are not alone in your temptations. And I'm going to, do my best to exercise some of these, steps and stuff like that to resist it. And so that temptation is this. Every now and then, it comes into my mind, what if God isn't real? Like, for example, when I listen to, again, check out that David Lynn, you can't help but listen to this guy right here, David Lynn, Christ Forgiveness. I listen to him in his debates and stuff like that, and, people debate him all the time about, the Word, the Bible, God, just everything. And so, and then, like, when you listen to some of the people, they kind of got some good points. They got some valid questions, or some valid, like, statements as they make their case against, I guess, the Bible, or against Christ and everything like that. And you be like, But at the same time, too, I guess I feel like this right here. Well, one, as my mom said a long time ago, but, to me, again, I kind of see it the same way as my mom said back in the day. Like, there's kind of like a 50-50 chance. So if you live for God and find out that there is no God, then what have you lost at the end of the day? You haven't really lost anything, per se. But if you live your life and be like, oh, there's no God, X, Y, and Z, and then find out that there is God, then you would have lost everything. So when you think of, I'm like, those eyes, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think any of us really fully know, or, I don't know now, cause you guys get them people talk about, their near-death experiences and things like that. And maybe there's some truth to some of that stuff, but, I don't know, y'all. Again, it crosses my mind every now and then, but again, like I said, after me, 50-50 chance. To me, those eyes, I don't know if I want to play those games. So that's, not to say that's the only reason to believe, but, that's one of the, I guess, strong reasons for me. And then the other thing for me is, like, God has just been too good. Like, my presence here is an example of a miracle. That's my name. Like, and that, cause like I shared with you all over the weekend, my father passed before I was born. So the timing of everything, it's the fact that my mother was told that she would never be able to have children. It's what was told by doctors. So she was told by doctors before she got married, before she got married, probably even before she met my dad, that she would never be able to have children. And then she met my dad, married him. I want to say was married a good year or so. They conceived me, and then he passed like a few months later. Come on. I don't know about y'all, but, and then again, the whole miracle of birth is it's a crazy, remarkable thing. Like I said, I experienced it with my son now, and to me, just literally thinking about those details is like, wow, and I look at him sometimes, I know in the beginning I would do it all the time, just look at him and be like, yo, you're here. If anything about that moment was different, you would not be here. You would not be you. And that's crazy to think about, just that alone. And so, never mind any of the other beautiful things and miracles and blessings and things that God has done for me throughout my life. So that thought might come into my mind, but I can't sit there and just, like I said, this is probably the most that I've dwelt on it just by talking to y'all right now. For the most part, it comes into my mind and I just push it out, or I just don't even acknowledge it. But, But yeah, I'm just trying to be honest with you all that I still am tempted, you know. So yeah, when you come to Christ, I don't know if you are a Christian or if you are becoming one or whatever the case is, don't think your temptation is going to be gone. That's one thing I'm going to go ahead and share with y'all right now. Y'all probably going to get more tempted when you come to Christ. More temptation. And then when you fight those temptations, you're going to get some different ones. That's all I'm sharing with y'all this morning. So, so I hope that encourages you. No, but honestly, I hope that, you know, knowing the truth will help you to, you know, continue to fight those temptations. Like that main thing, that last step right there, depend on God daily. God's strength. Depend on God's strength daily. That is going to really, really help us with this and everything like that. So, if you guys are experiencing some temptations as well and you want to go deeper, another thing that you guys can check out is also on crosswalk.com. It's another article called How to Chase Away Temptations, Doubts, and Fear. And then if you guys are dealing with what I just shared with you all in regards to, you know, wondering if God is real, and then you feeling some kind of way about it. Maybe you are beating yourself up about it, or maybe you are like, oh, I'm sinning to think this way. Well, friends, check out this on wordofFire.org. It's called, Is It a Sin to Doubt God's Existence? Check those out at your own time as well. So the Bible verse of today is John 14:21. It says, He that hath my commandments and keepeth them, he it is that loveth me. And he that loveth me shall be loved of my Father, and I will love him and will manifest myself to him. Man, I'm telling y'all, man. Wow. Well, thank you, Lord. I appreciate that confirmation. But anyway, all right. So thank you all so much for listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. I hope you all can go forth and have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow if the Lord's will. Bye-bye.